Almost good to go. Cool. So welcome to Travel Made Simple with myself, Giles, and Check Out Travel. This is just a live that we do every Friday, and it covers, topics, anything to do with travel. So it could be, hotels, reviews of hotels. We've recently just done a whole section on Mauritius, Thailand. Destinations, it could be any news reviews, anything like that, and any questions that you have. So if there's anything that you're not sure about travel, that's travel related, send it to us, info@checkouttravel.com, and we can then chat about it on our next live. Otherwise, post any comments or questions that you have today, and once I've finished, then we can also have a chat about it afterwards. So today we're going to be chatting about why use a travel agent, and I know there's sometimes a lot of controversy. Travel agent, book online, what do you do? So today, even though we own a travel agency, we're not talking about Checkout Travel today. We're just talking broadly about why you book with a travel agent. So let's dive straight into it. I think the first reason that you would book with a travel agent, and these are like good travel agents, and I guess how do you know what a good travel agent is? Well, it would be somebody you've been referred to. I guess that's always the best way. It would be an agent that is an ASATA approved, so Association of South African Travel Agents. So those would be sort of two key sort of elements, of who you would choose to book with. But one of the main things is that there's an information overload out there at the moment. There's so much information, and it's like, you want to go to Thailand. There's 1,000 different hotels in Phuket. Which one do you go to? How do you even make a decision? I mean, I often do research on marketing and sales strategies, technologies, platforms, and even that in itself, you listen to all these different guys, then you get like 1,000 different emails, and it's like you almost become incapacitated by making a decision because it's just too complex. So what travel agents do, a good travel agent will do, will just help synthesize, just help break down all that information. They have it at their fingertips. They put it all together. They give you a couple of options, and they just make it easier for you to make a decision on where you want to go, what you want to do, that kind of stuff. So just helps really, just break everything down, make it a lot simpler for you. Travel agents also have access to all the latest news, whether it be within the industry, whether it be specific travel platforms that they use, whether it be that they've traveled to the places and they have intimate personal knowledge of those places. They're the experts there. So they have their ear on the ground. They're able to give you the best information and just make that whole process a lot easier. They save you time and they save you money. But in terms of saving you time, recently we had a guy who came through, gave us a presentation on some software we were looking at for the company. And when we were walking out, he had just booked a trip to Europe, and he kind of turned to me and said, well, I kind of wonder after that whole process, which took quite a while and was quite stressful, whether in fact it was actually just better booking through a travel agent. And, travel agents, yes, you are going to pay a small fee for their advice, for their expertise. They have trained a long time to be a travel agent. They have traveled to a lot of places. But sometimes it just saves you that time. Like, you've got to work out, is it worth all the time and hassle and sometimes stress versus getting somebody else to do it for you, giving you the right information, and you can utilize that time better elsewhere. So I think a good travel agent will save you time, and with that will save you money, and hopefully stress, because it's meant to be, this is a fun process, this is an exciting thing, going overseas, traveling, or locally. So you wanted to make it as easy as possible. Good travel agents have your back. They're there 365 in an emergency. Generally any good travel agent, you'll be able to contact them, after hours if there's an emergency or on a weekend. Again, I was having another conversation with a friend of mine this morning, and what happened was they made a booking. They got the name wrong. This is like a cardinal problem that happens again and again and again. And it can be it can be one letter on an air ticket, and the airlines will not accept it because it has to be the same as the passport. So it's really, really important. Anyway, so this name was wrong. They had booked it online. That online had a call center that was based in another country. Not all those people could speak English or he could make sense of what they were telling him to do. And to cut a long story short, it eventually involved them driving to the airline, making the change, a lot of stress, a lot of time wasted, big expense. And the travel agent can do that for you. They can sit there, they can hold on for SAA for an hour or for however long it takes, as opposed to you doing it and just wasting valuable time that you could be utilizing elsewhere. So, yeah, I think they do have your backs. And you say there's a delay on an airline, or say you get to the hotel and they've mixed up the booking or something like that, and they don't have that room for you. Phone the travel agent. Cool, they're on it. They're sorting it out for you. You can go have a nice quiet cocktail somewhere and chill while it gets sorted out. I think the other aspect is travel agents add a human element to this. I think with the onset of technology, 4IR, automation, sometimes we social beings, we like to deal with other people, and that I think is going to become more and more important. So people, sometimes when I phone a bank and I get through to like 4 different sections, all I want to do, speak to one person, get it sorted, straight away, that's it, and so yeah, actually it was quite interesting because there's, when people started booking online, everyone was like, oh, travel agents are finished, dead, buried, whatever. Anyway, we're still going 16 years later strong. But besides that, because of all this information overload and everything, they're actually finding that in the States, research has actually found that people are using agents, starting to use travel agents even more. So the figures are going up exponentially over there with people going back and using travel agents. And these are all for millennials, younger, maybe slightly older generations. I think basically, I've kind of said they add value, they save you money, they save you time, they make that process quicker, they have the expertise, you should get that transparency. It should just be a fairly sort of straightforward kind of process. So I think those are, in a nutshell, those are the main reasons why you would use a travel agent. I hope that's helped a little bit. I don't know if any of you have any questions or anything you would like to know. Next week we're going to be talking about